All right, here we go. Almost home. Only 70 something jumps to go, actually. Where are we? D140.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friendo. How goes it?
Quite good. I've just had an ice cream.
We turn the lead down a little bit. Turn you up a little bit.
Funk should always be turned up.
I mean, you're now at 200% volume in Discord.
Excellent.
All right.
Turn the stream down to 480.
All right. So I have 74 jumps to home.
74, you say?
Yep. So really, not too bad. Not compared to some trips. I mean, right now, currently, they're about to be under 8,000 light years.
Nice.
There's a fair amount of jumps in here now that we're getting. I wonder if I need to recalculate this. I see like 5 or 6 jumps in a row here that are not Neutron Star Highway.
Not ideal.
No, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. I'd rather not have to worry about running out of fuel, so. How goes the Star Citizening?
Quite good. I completed Wickelow's intro quest earlier. Which is
Ah,
actually
yes.
a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah?
So, his intro quest is literally just him being like, "Hi, I'm new here. Give me some things and I'll give you some things in return." He wants... The first two things are extremely easy. You can get them on any Leo station. He wants a can of Pips Q66 and a chili birria burrito? No, that's not what that is. Some kind of burrito.
Uh-huh.
And then, the third thing is 3 Tundra Copian horns.
I'm sorry, what?
3 Tundra Copian horns.
Oh, God. Really?
So...
Hey, Mystic. How
When
are
we
you?
get to the point, do I still have them on me? Yeah, when we get to the point where you want to do this, I have 4 of them in my backpack.
Okay, good.
Because I found a pack of 7. After searching, I spent like 2 hours last night. Turns out I was in the wrong area. And then when I got to the wrong area, or to the right area today, it still took me like 20 minutes of just flying in circles around Microtech's equator.
Well, I remember when we were hunting them ourselves a while back, we had a fairly rough time finding them.
Yeah. But this is more difficult because you need a specific type of copian.
Right. How do you find out he wants this stuff?
It's literally, it's a mission.
Oh, so it gives you the objective. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just some vague shit.
No. And then once you've done his intro, he gives you... There's a new tab under missions for collection. Which 13 of the 14 missions there are his. There's one at the bottom. The title is just very hungry. The description is, you humans keep Wicklow very busy. Work more than when I at Old Sully. But Wicklow very hungry now and can't get food. He wants a chili birria burrito and a can of Pips Q66.
Ah.
Just that. I don't know yet what he's going to give me. I'm going to do that now. For the intro mission, he gives you a t-shirt and a hat from IAE 2951 or 2021 IAE.
Huh. Mystic, you're in Final Fantasy V, huh? Are you working your way through them now, or is the Wheel of Insanity keeping you in Final Fantasy? Let me see if I can find that in our DMs.
The biggest thing that he can give you as a reward is a Polaris, but getting it is, of course, as you may expect, extremely difficult.
Yeah.
CIG actually made a fairly significant deal of it within the community when an org got the first one. It has a special, like, brushed gold paint job on it.
Ooh. There you go. There's Mystic's Wheel of Insanity.
Wheel of Insanity. Oh.
Yes, Mystic spins that to determine what game to play.
Many games.
Except now, they're making their way through Final Fantasy, so...
Yeah, see Mass Effect Andromeda.
There's some good stuff in on that wheel. Are you platinuming all of them, Mystic?
Let's see.
I'm glad I've never been a compulsive Chivo hunter.
Right? So let's see. Get a can of Pips Q66.
Especially when you get companies that have, like, super fucking vague achievements.
Right.
Like, some of the ones in Monster Hunter, it's like, slay a large number of monsters. Okay, Capcom. I've probably already genocided, like, 3 or 4 entire species of monsters. What counts as a lot?
5,000.
And in the crown system, which I'm willing to bet you don't even know about, because I bet you clicked right through the, tooltip about the binoculars. So, which is something I'm not going to bother with.
Also, I'm thoroughly enjoying this outfit that I've put together. It's nice.
Ah, yes, you're playing Fashion Citizen now.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually send you a screenshot of the final version of it. Sec.
See, I'm to the point in Monster Hunter where I'm playing Fashion Hunter now. Oh, I don't know if you saw the article. I've seen a couple of them. Players are backing off of the Monster Hunter Wilds is too easy thing now.
Oh, because of Zoshia.
Yeah, apparently the real version of Zoshia is handing the community their asses.
I may get interrupted at some point today to help with the yard work.
Eh.
It is time for mowing to begin again. We have pine trees, so cones must be picked up.
Indeed.
There you go. Got this quest that he has where he wants this burrito and this canned drink.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Oh, and then the 14th thing in the collection contract tab is from Rayari. Because if you read the loading screen, because that's what they're using loading screens for now, is current events in game.
Okay.
So the loading screen is like a screenshot of a news kiosk. That, in lore, this doesn't affect us as players currently. There's no indication that it will. There is an issue with regen failing. in
Ah,
like large numbers,
that
and
sucks.
Rayari is looking for materials to research.
Huh. Interesting.
It's like while Wickelow's initial intro mission wants the drink, the burrito, and 3 Copian horns, Rayari for 69,000 credits wants 20 Tundra Copian horns.
Hmm. Mystic, I did try that Zoshia fight, and it was pretty hard. We probably would have won if it weren't for fucking... Had one dude that it was... I was in there with Insect Glaive. We had 2 Switch Axe users. And then we had one dude with the sword and shield, and he quad carded. I was literally sitting like, bro, you went to the trouble to get one of the meals that gives you insurance, and you still died. You took all of our deaths. Like, when he died the 3rd time, when I figured out the mission wasn't over, I really wanted to get in the chat and be like, just stay out of the arena and let us finish it.
Quad carded.
Yeah, quad carded.
I mean, how much damage does the shield block?
You don't really block...
Enough, evidently.
You don't really block damage with the sworded shield. You hit
So what's
things
the
with
shield
the
for?
shield.
Ah.
This guy was just not a good sword and shield player. Like, I've seen some phenomenal sword and shield players in my life, but this guy was...
Let's see, how much does a prospector cost in game?
I mean... He'll definitely be beatable, but... He's not as big a threat to me as he is to a lot of other people, either. I will say that. Because a lot of his attacks are ground-based and AoE, and pretty easy for me to get off the ground and stay off the ground.
Meanwhile, my only way to get off the ground is jumping off the secret.
Yes, but you
I
can...
can just block.
Yeah, so you can also just block and tank damn near anything you want to.
Yeah, my only issue is just timing it right, and even that I'm getting better at.
Yeah.
Actually, is the mule? The mule is not the first game yet, is it? Oh shit, it is. Not the mule. Duh. Golem. Golem's not first game.
He does hit harder, though. I mean, it's definitely no fucking joke of a fight.
Prospector. How much do Prospector cost? 2.9 million. Yikes. What other small mining ships are there?
There's the, isn't there the new one from,
Well, I mean, like, in-game available right now. Golem. Do I have store credit? I don't think I have store credit.
the small mining ships
If I
are
had
the,
store credit, I'd probably grab the Golem.
the small mining ships are the Golem and the Prospector.
Yeah. I mean, the Golem is teeny tiny mining ship. Yeah, the Golem as a starter package is $67, so it's actually a starter ship
Yeah?
instead of like one of those premium starter ships that they call starter ships.
Mm-hmm.
Standalone is $55. Do I have store credit? No, Chunk will not be buying a Golem. Do I have anything I'm interested in melting? I don't think so.
No, you've got to be running out of shit to melt at this point.
Well, no, you got to realize that it's a 1-to-1 thing. You don't lose money in it at all because it's real money, and they can't legally do that. I'm pretty sure.
Well, no, I'm not saying like you're losing money. Like physically, like you can't have that many more ships.
Let's see, standalone ships. What do I have? I got the Super Hornet Mark II, Carrack, a Vulture, a Zeus, a Nomad, and the Perseus.
Just don't melt yourself out of a basic ship. Yeah, so that you can still play the game.
Yeah, and I don't really want to...
Alright. There we go. Now we can start covering some ground again.
Rerouted?
No, I just hit the next section. It's like Neutron Star Highway for a good while. I looked at rerouting. I'm just in an odd spot where there are just big gaps between viable neutron stars.
Unfortunate.
It would be worse if I was in another ship. You know, they're like 120, 150 light year gaps, which is, you know, only 2 jumps in the Mandalay. Looks like we're going to be bipless for quite a while.
Yeah, as we have been.
Well, she's leaving for Inverness again today.
Ah.
So. Whee! B-53-2. I'll be, after this, you know, this little adventure, I'll be happy to get back into some Star Citizen for a little while. Mess around. I was getting frustrated for a while there with just how busted some things were getting.
Yeah.
And, you
right
know,
now it's running pretty well.
I would say from watching, you know, what you've been keeping track of, it seems like they've started to finally get back on top of some of that shit. If they would just do what they said they were going to do and function on smoothing out the bugs, so I'd be a little more inclined to deal with it more often. It's in 2019. 07, Commander. Welcome. Alright, so we got another. Which one? Where are we? B12.
I love that this mission for Wicklow gives you a chance to just be a space DoorDash driver.
Right?
1 burrito, 1 can of soda.
Is he tipping well?
I don't know what he's gonna give me for it yet. Actually, I'll find out. It's the first time I've done it.
So really, he's like Xur from Destiny.
Which one was there? I don't remember.
The dude that moved around every week that would have random shit.
But didn't you pay him in money?
You did pay him in money, but I mean, I don't have another analogy that fits as well.
Yeah.
It's going. We are currently... What system are we jumping into right now? D10-0. We are 59 jumps from home. And by home, I mean the bubble, because I don't remember if I plotted this course for home base or for Founders World. SCO malfunctioned. Okay. Let's see. Time to shut her down real quick. We're in D10. 10. And while that repairs, I'm going to go find whatever that is in my control options that let's see, mode switch. There it is. That should stop that. Might have to repair the, well, we will have to repair the frame shift drive one more time before we get home. Because we essentially take 1% off of it with every boosted jump. All right, drives back up. We learned something yesterday that actually doesn't make any sense to me, but it's the way the game works, so...
Okay.
If you supercharge your FSD, it retains that supercharge even if you shut it down for repairs and reactivate it.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
Which, to me, is not how that should work.
Sounds dangerous.
I mean, supercharging your FSD is kind of a bonkers-ass idea anyways, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, frontier logic, exactly. It's a little weird not having Ripley and Vasco on today, but I didn't... If I had you with me, I didn't think having them on would be a fantastic idea, because especially Vasco could just start screaming nonsense without warning.
Yes.
Vasco got me a fucking copyright claim the other day.
Really? With what?
He started playing a clip of Flash by Queen.
Heh.
And it was long enough that YouTube picked it up. I was like, you bastard. Ooh, that's a brat boy.
Very bright boy, Jesus.
right. Coming up on oh, excuse me. Now this jump takes us under 6,000 light years.
Nice.
I may not follow this route all the way home. I may just follow it into the bubble proper and then... Because I want to... I need to look and see where the Corvette is. I think I had enough brain power to park everything at home base before we left, but I can't remember.
Probably.
It's so weird seeing the Starfield this sparse after a month out in the Galactic Center.
I mean, Starfield's always sparse anyway.
Was that a Bethesda joke, sir?
Yes. It was such a disappointment.
It's one of those days where I actually wish I had my camera on in Elite because I literally paused with my coffee like halfway to my mouth on that one. It looks like rain. How's the weather over there? Has it been like ungodly, unnaturally hot for this time of year for you this last week?
Yes. It's been horrible.
Yeah, humid as hell.
Absolutely dreadful. There we go. I've arrived. Let me go throw a can and the burrito on the freight elevator real quick.
Is that literally how you give him stuff?
Yeah, you just put it on his freight elevator and send it down. And then your rewards pop up in the item bank.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Like his whole hangar, the freight elevator and the actual entrance to his area are really nicely decorated. He's got a combination of real palm trees and holographic palm trees.
Okay.
The brain, please. Not pretty cool. The prologue for Squadron 42 takes place like a decade before Star Citizen does. I think it's 2942, so technically 2012. And he has, among many other things in his collection, a Vandal skull from the Battle of Vega.
Okay.
Let's see. Drop the burrito on the floor. Drop the can on the floor. Does the freight elevator show both of them?
Alright, I do believe it's time to fuel up. I'll tell you, the other day when I was finally turning in all the data, the difference between universal cartographics and exobiology was, it's bonkers. It just makes me wish that they would do another pass on planetary exploration payouts.
Right.
As it was 158 million on the planetary data, and it was 7.8 billion on the exobiology.
Jesus. I mean, how much more effort does the exobiology take?
It takes a lot more effort, but I mean, I also didn't skimp on the effort on the planetary stuff. There's a lot of actual mapping in there. I don't even know how many first discoveries I had. It was like entire solar systems with 20 to 30 bodies.
Okay, so this mission gives you the same thing as the intro mission, because it's basically the intro mission again.
I don't think that the two should pay on par, but that kind of gap is a little absurd.
I'd say that's more than a little absurd.
But in exobiology is it's not a short process, so it's not hard. It's just scan the planet, see what signals are there, go down to the planet, find the things, scan 3 different samples of them.
Yeah. Saldinium and Chastity.
There's 6137. I'm about to use a neutron star to make a baby jump.
Nice.
87 light years.
Where the hell do I get Chastity? Not Javelin. Apparently the ships that Wicklow gives you all come with grade A military parts.
Really?
Yeah.
How many ships can he give you?
Looking at a Reddit post now. Looks like from Rigna's post 6.
Interesting.
The Scorpius, FHC, Guardian, A1, Taurus, and Polaris. Polaris will just have its stock components except for the paint job.
Right.
Yeah, Guardian with grade A military parts would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble figuring out where the hell Jaclium comes from? Jaslium?
The jump cut you off. What is it?
Jaslium. Jaclium. I think it's one of the new mining materials.
Oh.
When they've made big changes to FPS and ground vehicle mining with 4.1. They've changed the materials. You get different materials between the two types of mining. You don't get the same stuff anymore. So what I need to figure out is, Jaslium come from?
Does it come from Caves?
It might be from the Align and Mine activity. The mining laser.
Ah. Alright. We're on our way to D106.
UEX has a page for it, but no data on it, whatsoever.
Interesting. Commander Corvus. I think ED pays out big for exobiology exploration. So even new commanders can bank tons of credits and buy ships, trailer modes of play. Just my opinion. I think you're giving FDev far too much credit there.
So didn't you? Jesus fuck.
You could be right, but in my experience playing Elite since 2013, FDev generally does not possess the capability to think that far ahead. That being said, it is nice that it pays that much. It allows you to just bank up for a fleet carrier. Frameshift drive's looking okay. Speaking of payouts, how's SIG doing on balancing stuff these days? Because for a while there, it was like beating your head against a wall.
I mean, right now it's pretty good. Looks like Selenium and Jaclium both do come out of the align and mine activity.
Huh, alright.
On UEX's marketplace, there's somebody selling Selenium for 500,000 UEC per unit.
That reminds me of some of the shit that we saw in this game when colonization went live. There's fleet carriers out there selling CMM composites for 900,000 credits a pop.
Yeah.
That is the exact reason I went to get the funds for a fleet carrier too, is to make building my system that much easier for colonization. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fair amount of commanders that are in the same boat, because I never saw much need to have a fleet carrier before this. In fact, not too long before colonization update came out, we had an entire conversation between, I think, you, me, and Ben in chat on stream about how we've never really felt the need to buy a carrier. And then fucking colonization drops, and now, yeah, I'd love to have an orbiting warehouse that can hold 15,000 tons worth of cargo.
Right. Okay, see, all the ore that he needs pretty much just comes from that cave, which right now is annoying, but within like 2 months, when the new shiny thing isn't quite that shiny, it should be easier for smaller groups to do it.
Though, is it filled with murder hobos right now?
Well, right now it's just orgs doing the event.
Oh. Which means that anybody that's not in an org just gets locked out of getting anything.
Pretty much.
I think you were at work the other day, but I mean, came to kind of a realization and made the comment, like, I've seen elite PvPers like do some really shitty stuff for really shitty reasons, and it occurred to me that, like, for the most part, most Star Citizen PvP players are like, yeah, no, we're just murder hobos. Like,
yeah.
they're pretty upfront about it. We're like, no, we're murder hobos.
Yeah, phone call. Even Dad realizes that it's too hot. Says, never mind, we'll wait till next weekend to pick up the yard.
There you go.
It's 85 degrees right now.
That's horrible. Ran cutter to load commodities in the system build ship. Yeah, when we ran Type 8s and stuff because my original colonization construction ship jumped in 477,000 light seconds away from the main star. That is hot, Mystic,
Yes.
but unfortunately for where we are, it'll just get hotter.
Well, the next weekend it's actually supposed to be cooler. In the 60s again.
Yep. Yeah, the weather for our trip's looking pretty good, actually. I'm not looking forward to those 105-degree days.
No.
Mystic, we live in the South. It gets stupid hot here in the summer.
Okay, so apparently the Wicklow F-8C could be either military or grade A stealth.
Interesting.
Found a more comprehensive post. The high tier is the Polaris, or the top tier is Polaris. The high tier is F-8C military or F-8C stealth. Mid tier is Guardian military or Scorpius military. Low tier is Spirit C1 military or Connie Taurus military.
That's Fahrenheit, Mystic. We're American. That would be 40.5 Celsius. It's too hot for us. We don't like it either.
Guess I'll go get more Tundra Copian horns.
Seems like a commodity that you're going to need.
Well, so I'll see what the Rayari mission leads to.
I mean, we brought Bennis over here when it was not that hot to us, and she was still dying.
It felt nice out.
Right.
Trying to decide what ship I want to do this in. Could just use the arrow. Arrow's nice and nimble, good for low flying.
Mm-hmm. Living in Utah right now for a job. Weather beautiful. Winter, snow, and cold here sucks big time. In Utah, I bet. Return to Tucson when I retire. Oof. Yeah, that's going to be warm. Ah, you're good. 110-degree temps. So I've experienced that kind of heat being out west, and I will almost take it compared to 100 and something, even 95, 99 here in North Carolina.
Humidity.
Yeah, I'd say that because the one thing you don't have in Tucson is the damn 100-degree humidity that goes with that temperature here. Walk outside and it's literally like hitting a wall. Let's see where we are. Oh, yeah. There's the bubble. Hello, bubble.
Buble?
This has been a long trip, man. Alright, we are in C21-1. You worked as a U.S. Airways fleet engineer. That is very interesting. My dad was retired military, and he was a pilot for Piedmont and U.S. Airways. He retired from U.S. Air, actually. B4040.
Somehow I don't have Lux. I need to go get Lux. I'm at 10%.
How are you out of luck, sir?
I think I just forgot to get some, maybe? Whoops.
Are you gonna die? Now I'm out of coffee.
Head to Tressler. No, sir.
Oh, you'll find this interesting. I was talking to Meg's dad on the when we went to the beach a few weeks ago, and he actually met a guy in flight school in the Navy that had all 3 certifications. Only guy he's ever met, and at the time Michael was going, and probably one of the last people that had it. Had fixed wing, rotary wing, and lighter than air.
Neat.
Because he had been in the service long enough that he was around when the Navy was still using blimps. (737) classics. Yeah, my dad flew the 200 and the 300. He was flying international at the end of his career, though. So, but yeah, that's to this day I'm in aviation. That's partially why I'm into flight sim so much. Alright, we're in C-17-4. Going to C-16-1. I'm tempted to plot this route, man. Just let the game plot this route and see what it does. Like how many jumps it thinks this is going to be. compared to the route that I'm using. Alright, so I'm 35 jumps off with the Galaxy Plotter route. And I'm at 51 jumps if I let the game do it. The question there, though, is which one's actually faster, because I have to copy and paste each jump from the Galaxy Plotter into the game, whereas if I let the game do it, I could just jump and go, jump and go, jump and go.
Right. Copying and pasting is too tedious.
Yeah, I think we're going to close Galaxy Plotter and just run this route off the game. It'll make my life a little easier. It may actually end up working out to be about the same time, because right there in the time that I scooped around the star and jumped, I would have still been accessing the Galaxy Net, but I would have to stop and full fuel the ship a couple times. So, or, if depending on how much neutron star jumping it does, which I don't think it's going to do very much of. But at this closer range, it really doesn't matter that much. We're practically home. And honestly, the beauty of something like the Mandalay is I don't have to full refuel unless I have a big gap coming up, because it can pull enough fuel for one jump with most rotations around the like a single rotation around a star.
Yep.
Worked on the C-17, AC-130H, F-22, V-22, and a couple Lockheed. Nice. My pops had his fixed wing. He knew how to fly fixed wing before he ever got in the military. He basically decided that if he was going to get drafted anyways, he would go ahead and join on his own terms and go to flight school, because he figured he had a better chance of surviving as a helicopter pilot than as infantry. And so he flew Hueys, and then when he rotated out, they rotated him to Germany, and he flew fixed wing and rotary there. It's where he learned how to fly Mohawks, and when he rotated back to the States, he was the designated safety officer at his Air Guard base, and Mohawks and all manner of other things. Random fun fact about my father, Looney. If it weren't for him, Jimmy Carter might never have been president.
Doubt.
No. He was Jimmy Carter's helicopter pilot when he was governor of Georgia, and They were flying to Athens in a Huey and lost power to the engines, and Dad was able to glide the Huey into land at the Winder Air National Guard facility. My dad was a hell of a pilot. If it hadn't been for him, if they'd crashed, Jimmy Carter might not have lived to be president. I'm one of the oldest Elite Dangerous players. So I love the age range that Elite Dangerous spans. And you get so many older players with Elite because a lot of players, especially in the UK, remember the original Elite. Green wireframes. You know. Oh man was an interesting character. But yeah, I love the range on Elite players. I mean, I'm 45. And then Chonk over here is in his 30s. And then we have Bennis, who does play, who's a wee babby. Is she still in her 20s?
Yes. Don't remember exactly how old she is, but yeah, she's in her 20s.
She can't be in them for very much longer.
Soon she'll be old too.
There's something about this game that just scratches that very specific itch for a massive space game. Compared to you, Corvus, yes. I feel like an old man sometimes, but all right, we're getting close enough back to the bubble now that I'm starting to recognize different voxels of stars.
Just increased microtech. Go hunt some copium.
Yes, Mystic, Bennis is younger than you. Bennis is a wee babby. A wee angry Scottish babby. Man, the Mandalay has definitely proven its worth on this trip. Mostly Scottish with a wee bit of Irish thrown in. Nice. My my heritage is very boring. Just trace right back to England. Not Scotland, not Ireland, just right back to England. I'll tell you the biggest thing that stuck out to me with this ship on this exploration trip, and it kind of made me think of Star Citizen a little bit too, is just how quickly the Mandalay can cover massive distances in a solar system.
Yeah.
Although I didn't know this, and I want to test it, but according to somebody, like the Mandalay is the most efficient super cruise ship. Uh, Apparently, the Cobra Mark V is the fastest super cruise ship.
Interesting.
Supposedly, because I told you the Mandalay maxes out at around 4,200 C. Supposedly, the Cobra Mark V can hit 7,600.
Jesus.
That's definitely something I plan on testing. Oh, and we get a new ship here in 2 days also.
What would it be?
It's that Corsair thing.
Ah, yes.
The first medium ship with Class 7 thrusters.
Speedy boy?
Speedy Boy, it sounds right up your alley, honestly. A Speedy Boy with 3 large and 3 medium hardpoints.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright. Need to pick somewhere around Microtech's equator.
.40 jumps. It's not going to be long now before I start seeing something I haven't seen in ages in this game.
Which is...
When you know the menu that pops up when you're jumping into a system? I'll have one that says something other than anarchy for once.
Right.
Of course, it has the turn rates of a Python. The original Mark II. Are the official flight numbers on that thing out yet? 'Cause I haven't seen them if they are. Alright, let's get this thing tanked back up. There we go. Hello, Wookie Smoke. How goes it today?
Forest Copia, fuck you.
Still not finding the right ones around the equator.
No, I just got down here, so it's just a matter of cruising around now. They spawn in the same area as boreal quasi-grazers, so I can kind of use those as a gauge to see if I'm still in the right area. Quasi-grazers are much more frequent than Copian.
Some creators get early access lists Thursday reset in a test server, not live. Well then I will. I'll take that with a grain of salt then. That's very likely, unless it really, really impresses me, very likely to be one of the ships that I will test it for a video and then stick it in the hangar and probably not fly it again. Because I don't like the way it looks.
I've seen a photo of it once, maybe?
Hmm. And from what I can see, it has the same style cockpit as the Imperial Courier, which I absolutely hate. It does. It has a huge beak. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to let the ship sit for a second. I will be right back. And back. All right. Onward we go. What's that? What's up? 36 jumps. All right. And jumpy, jumpy. Oh, just looking at the store, I have a feeling the Bit is going to spend some arcs today when we get a fleet carrier.
Really?
You know she has to customize everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So. You've been away from this game for so long that you've forgotten everything. How fortunate for you. No, I was just thinking how pluggy should I be right there. There's a lot of really good tutorial videos on YouTube. So anything that you've missed or need to pick back up, the community's got you. Including me. And I'm also always happy to answer questions on stream.
Well, I'm glad for Tier 0 item recovery.
Oh, yeah? What just happened?
Raised to the top of a hill at about 300 meters a second.
Oof. Yeah, you went splat. What were you in again?
Like the arrow.
Oh. Well, how many kilometers do you think your wreckage has spread across?
Pretty good amount, But I have a death marker, so.
Watching a few of your
A
videos.
couple minutes for that to claim.
Very helpful. I try. Try to make my videos as helpful as I can. Even with the really, really boring stuff. Now that we're getting close. All right. So, yeah, that's right. We need the, need the appropriate system for it.
I don't know the reasoning or the story behind it, but the touchscreen that I bought for my for the printer came with a teeny tiny rubber duck.
Interesting.
Just the little doohickey that came with it. Now it sits on my desk, right
Still
next to the frog.
Still can't get used to landing the Mandalay. Always nose down a bit too much. That threw me at first. I had several hundred planetary landings doing exobiology. Finally beat it out of me. Let's see, the one thing that's nice about the Mandalay is that it is pretty easy to land on planets and places that you'd have a hard time getting some of the other ships in. Yeah, there's a one kind of neat touch I've noticed, and you can kind of see it through the bottom window there. It's like, I can see how beat up my paint is from inside the cockpit.
Must need a little touch up.
This ship's paint job is beat to hell. I didn't repair it when I landed at Great Annihilator.
I am still gonna go get my stuff out of my backpack.
I'll just look that up. I've apparently not passed through a system with a fleet carrier construction yard. Well, I could probably dig further into the bubble and look, but I don't feel like it right now. I highly doubt that because I seem to remember seeing the thing before. All right. 28 jumps.
Almost there.
Yeah, I'm going to let it refuel, and I'm going to look through the list of systems where we can buy one and see which one's closest to us.
Say it again.
So I'm going to look through the list of systems where you can buy one and see what's closest to us. Because they're going to be spread all over the place, and I don't want to fly through half the bubble if I don't have to. Definitely not Colonia.
No, I don't think you want Colonia, no. Okay. Back at Microtech.
DSA is pretty close to us, all things considered. Looking like I know where we're going. Yeah, I know where we're going. Unless this one was way closer than the other. Nope, we're headed for DSO. Three, two, one, go. Did you see that the Switch 2 uses a different micro SD card than the Switch 1?
No, what do you mean? A different micro SD card.
Yeah, it uses a I don't know what I'm looking for it. Micro SD Express.
Isn't that just a different speed of micro SD card?
It is, yes. Nintendo was very specific in the Direct about saying your old SD cards for the Switch 1 will not function in the Switch 2. But, you know, the new Switch apparently comes with enough room to install at least, you know, a Call of Duty game.
Right.
256 gigabytes. I've been enjoying the people complaining about, oh, it's an LCD screen, and you know, do you guys know how much you'd be whining if they put an OLED in that thing? How much more expensive it would be?
I didn't even notice that it was an LCD.
According to several previews I've seen, you really can't tell that much of a difference with the screen that Nintendo has picked.
Actually, kind of weird that it is kind of weird that it's an LCD though.
Well, an OLED that size with 120 hertz refresh rate would have been expensive.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. My backpack has been looted.
And I didn't think about this when I was laughing at that article the other day, but then I was watching some old DF stuff, and it made me go, oh, wait, that does make sense. Like that report that Cyberpunk will run at 40 FPS on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
It'll actually look fine on it in handheld mode at that
Yeah.
frame rate because it's a 120 hertz display, so 40 hertz parses nicely into that.
Yeah.
And Ratchet and Clank did that on the PS5. Remember?
No, I never played Ratchet and Clank.
You really should pick that game up on your PS5, bro. It should be cheap now too. We were playing it when everybody was here because I had Movi and play through the opening level. I don't know. Were you asleep?
Maybe. I don't know.
Or just. Or it might have been one of those times where you're like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm going to put my headphones on in Steam Deck.
Probably.
What do you see out there, Chester?
What do your Chester eyes see?
Chester things.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
The hobbits, the hobbits, the hobbits!
God, God, God.
I got a good reminder the other day when I jumped into Great Annihilator how unsettling it is to jump into a there's no fuel star there. I'm a little low. I'm not comfortable with that. Okay, we're going to the galaxy map and finding a star real quick. I don't trust this game's route plotter not to kill me.
Nah.
Oh, what I was going to say is a reminder of how unsettling it is to jump into a system where there's a black hole. Because when you're in, normally in a hyperspace tunnel, you can see the star.
Yeah.
When you jump into a system where the primary is a black hole, there's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
In all reality, probably would have been fine, but like I said, I do not trust this game's route plotter fully. I never have.
Every now and again, it just feels like it's taking you a little bit too far without fueling.
Thankfully, the billions of credits worth of data are off this ship now. Hey, short person.
Yes.
You said that very suspiciously.
Well, so did you.
Well, might need your help customizing my new fleet carrier here in a little while. I know how you like customizing things.
I do? Like, how soon?
Well, why? Do you have something you need to do?
I was gonna go, I have a couple of Amazon returns, so I was gonna take them back to Kohl's.
Oh. At some point.
Okay.
Ah, yes, Amazon returns to Kohl's.
The wrong biome. I'm seeing grassland quasi-grazers, which means I need to move.
Whee! 21 jumps.
21.
No, when I said, hey, short person a minute ago, she like stopped and turned around real slow. Very suspiciously.
She's up to something.
She's always up to something. So all this running around Microtech looking for the whatever they are,
Unrocopian.
is just for the horns to give to
Welcome to
the alien
Right.
guy.
side.
In this case, it's Rayari.
Right, okay. Schnook just subscribed on YouTube. Thank you.
Yeah, basically, the Wiggalo and Rayari are both taking the same materials.
Hmm.
Rayari's like, hey, we need these materials to research the regen failures. Wiggalo's like, hey, I'll give you cash for that stuff. Or I'll
Fair.
give you rewards for that stuff.
Fair enough. Come on, give me another fuel star. How can I make money efficiently by exploring exobiology? That is the quickest way. Again with this, why are there no fuel stars on this route? That is a class M. Alright, now that I've got that sorted, one thing you can do is go to Spanish.co.uk, which is, you hear it referred to as Galaxy Plotter a lot, and follow the road. Let me look what they actually call it. I think it's Expressway to Exo Mastery. Yeah. Once I get fueling up, I'll pull it up here. Let's reset my destination. Only 1,100 light years to go. So, God. So there you go. It's called Expressway to Exo Mastery, and you would tell it what system you're in. Destination system, your range in light years, the radius you want to explore, maximum systems, avoid Thargoids, whether or not you want it to loop, and tell it to calculate a route, and it will provide you with a route to follow that will theoretically help you make a lot of money with exobiology. There are tutorials out there on how to just do exobiology. I've got one, several other commanders have one, but that's your way to make money real fast in exploration. Now my exobiology rank finally updated fully. I'm like a hair off of elite in exobiology.
Nice. I haven't even looked to see if my trading rank updated properly.
And my trading rank is still at Tycoon. Mainly because I don't trade that much. Never have. I'm more of a shoot things or go exploring kind of guy in this game. Like, exploration's always been my go-to for making big chunks of money. Yeah, and I was even guilty of that at the end when I was ready to get back home. When I first started the trip, I would scan pretty much everything. Wish they made it be full planetary scans to get the bonuses. That's not a bad idea, or a bonus even on top of the others if you do a full planetary scan, like for putting in all the work. Because I did, God, the first 2 weeks that we were out, I did almost every planet. There was a couple where I just got so frustrated trying to find the last thing that I just left. But for the most part, I would scan everything I could find. It's a lot of work. The Frontier hadn't decided to drop this new ship on Tuesday, I would probably still be out there still scanning things more thoroughly. But content creation kind of collided with what I wanted to do. But I agree that it would be interesting to have something that rewarded you for doing full scans. Even to this day, that freaks me out a little bit when I jump into a system that's a binary and see one of them just shoot by the window.
Just going, meow.
Yep. Oh, are you putting his bling back on him, babe?
I know.
Chester has bling.
That's what we call his collar.
I was gonna say, does he have a clock necklace?
No, but I could probably get him a clock necklace.
He's not Flavor Flav.
Chester Flav?
Chester Flav. I know.
He is real not happy with you for waking him up.
I know.
You going to calls?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Alright, be careful.
I will do my best.
Finding shitloads of birds.
Burbs.
I don't need birds though.
Burbs. I think it's binary where they're very close together. I had that happen to me a couple times, and it's always will scare the crap out of you. It doesn't happen as much anymore unless you have a bad internet connection, but man, when it used to like send you through a star when you came out of hyper, that was never a good time. Well, we're into single-digit jumps now, Chunk.
Generation.
Next jump, Scorpius Dark Region. Doesn't that sound fun?
Sounds edgy.
Right.
Desert Quasi-Grazer. What? There are no deserts on Microtech.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right, honestly.
I'm smacked into another mountain. Problem is I'm doing this in the dark.
Ah, if only they had something that would let you see in the dark.
Like night vision, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my character's leather pants actually sound like leather when I get out of a med bed. How fast is the Corsair's default drive? Is that going to get me there faster? Not really. Oh, the Zeus is here, though. Zeus has a faster drive than default. I go get my shit back, then probably pivot to unverified salvage.
Fair enough. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll get to diesel and get landed and take a break. Okay, there's 6 jumps out. In the way that we're scooping fuel, I should not have to stop.
That's a phone call from our boss.
From your boss, you say? It's Sunday. Tell her to... No, just kidding. Oh, another binary. Hello. Nice and far apart, though. All right. Almost there, chat. Hey, bud. There's our final jump. Make it with over half tank of fuel. Oh my god, things in a system. A starport? What is this? I almost don't know what to do with myself. Orbit lines off. Don't need those anymore. Am I excited? Yes. I'm excited to be back in the bubble. There's other activities. I'm excited to do the fleet carrier thing. It's just nice to, I love the Mandalay. It'll be nice to get out of this ship for a while.
Back.
Welcome back. I am approaching a starport.
Congration. You done it.
I did it.
I'm just cruising toward my death marker.
Sounds like fun. All right.
This is an Alliance station. Please comply with STARCOM regulations at all times. Approval granted. Head directly to Docking Bay 4-5. Meters from touchdown.
Oops, not what I meant to hit.
Ship is down. Ground crew dispatched.
All right. Refuel, repair, restock. Yeah, there's the fleet carrier vendor. How many pages of cartographic data did we pick up on the way back? Just 5. Okay. We'll deal with that in a little bit. I'm going to take a break. We will be back shortly. Water, snack, bathroom break. Much better. All right. Let's buy a fleet carrier. That's a lot of zeros. That's a whole lot of zeros,
Yeah.
Chunk.
Yeah. It's just 5 billion credits.
Huh. What should we name it?
Should have thought of that ahead of time.
Right.
The good ship Fire.
I was thinking about naming it after Chester. Name it the Copper Spot.
And it is your ship after all, sir.
I am now the proud owner of a Drake class carrier. Yeah, I already sold the biodata. We stopped in Great Annihilator and sold it. So. Alright.
I love that your Drake class carrier does kind of look like a Drake ship.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
Pull out the Vulture and go boost some salvage. Untried. Unverified salvage. Wonder if the Vulture can crack a Connie.
Unknown? They're
Seems
all...
like too much scraping.
Yeah. A lot of carriers in this system. Yeah, we sold the biodata in Great Annihilator. Still actually have some, Oh, I can't buy another one. Boo. Still have the planetary scan data from the way home. But that's negligible.
Landing coupler deactivated. Your way is clear to depart.
No, the classes are all cosmetic. Because there's the Nautilus class, the Fortune class, and the Victory class, but they're all just different layouts, essentially.
Clear of the station. Starcom wishes you a good journey.
Now I just need to find my ship.
It's somewhere, I'm sure.
Messiah's Victory. There is a Warhammer fan. Raxla 2 Electric Boogaloo. No, I mean, they're in alphabetical order. I actually don't see it. Unless I'm blind. Ah, yes, enough. Thank you, Edris. Because I have that filter off because fleet carriers are fucking annoying in the panel. What do you want? No, I know. I'm going to have to... I know I just said it too. Log out, log back in. Because FDF.
Yeah, yeah.
The Hairy Dong, okay. That's definitely a name. Is this system at capacity on fleet carriers? Is that what's happening here? Because I definitely don't see mine. I should have named mine the Kobayashi Maru, but very few people would get that.
That more than a few would get that.
I guess you're right. I guess they did use that in the new,
the newer Star Trek movies.
the new quote Star Trek movies.
I enjoyed the new Star Trek movies.
I did not. They were like Apple took over the fucking franchise. Ooh, carrier management. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's loud. Why? crap, why? Like, why was that so loud?
Because fuck you.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it. Alright. There's the menu for it. Well, it's definitely in the system, so... Because it's a joyous occasion. It's a joyous occasion to go ahead and just rip my fucking ears out? Oh god, it's like that every time!
Alright, let me unmute stream and hear this. Here's the YouTube stream.
Like, why?
It doesn't sound that loud on stream.
It is in my headphones. It is brutal in my headphones. No, that's not what I actually meant to tell you to do, game. Can I cancel a jump? Let's see, we're learning together because I've never done a fleet carrier before. There it is. Cancel carrier jump. X2B97Z Copper Spot. It is currently in DSO. Yes, we do have a carrier now. If we could find it.
Little does Dimebot know that he has been unwillingly cast to star in a new production of Dude, Where's My Car?
You are... If you were here right now, I would smack you. And you would deserve it, too. I mean, good reference, but... I'm going to jump out of the system and jump back in. Been on the grind to get Imperial rank for the cutter. Oh, yeah. Rank grinding. Yeah. Trying to make that my last resort. looking through there. I could just type it in as quick. Oh, that's because of my... I really need to change what button that is on my joystick because it's getting finicky. It's okay, X56. Your days are numbered. I mean, I'm going to use the carrier for basically one thing, and that's to help make system construction easier for colonization. I've never wanted one before this. But yeah, the amount of materials that I need to now be moving around. So ask me after I've had the thing for a little while and we'll see. Alright, we'll give one more look, and if I don't see it, we'll quit the desktop and come back. So, system map. You see, that damn knob is zoomed all the way in without me telling it to do anything. And it's messing with that menu opening. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna need to see about just relogging real quick. I love how wrong my playtime for this game is in Steam.
I mean, you do leave the launcher open.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't use the launcher in Steam until a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So, it's still probably a good 1,000 hours short of my actual playtime from using the standalone launcher. I could figure it out if I really wanted to. It's not that hard. Why, thank you for your email, Brewer Corporation.
Are they congratulating you on purchasing one of their fine vessels?
Yes, they're like, thanks for the $5 billion. Do you ever think that Frontier will make it so you can walk around in your ships? I will be extremely surprised if they ever do that. It's going to require them to do some work. Like, a lot of work. Okay, I legitimately have no idea where my ship is. Yeah, but see, Star Citizen was built from the ground up for that. That's the big problem. Star Citizen was built for that, and Elite was not, and the amount of work I think they would have to do for the ships for you to be able to walk around in them. Yeah, I was assuming from your reactions you didn't have these problems. I'm going to let it jump to our home base. That's odd. Okay. What? You want to let me into the system map? Yeah, I'm going to let it jump to... there it is. Maybe funding it did make it show up. What did you just set course to, game? There she is. Oh, hey guys, we're about to be told about how awesome this cruise ship is. Remember, guys, it's in the top 1% of all cruise ships out there. Right, Chonk?
Right you are, boss.
I love it when they repeat that message like 4 times, too.
I feel like if that carrier is in the top 1% of carriers out there, you shouldn't have to remind your passengers of that. They should just feel that way.
Right. There we are. There we go. Oh, I'm definitely replacing that ATC voice. So we are super bare bones right now. Look at the paint job on my Mandalay, Lenny.
It's a little grungy.
Just a little bit. Nice. The window scratches are indeed the most annoying thing. Lockdown protocol initiated. Oh, look, Lenny, I have a nice cushy seat to sit in.
Yeah. Is it a massaging seat?
For 5 billion
Not for
credits,
5.
it better be.
I'm gonna say for 5 billion credits, it better be a massaging seat, heating and cooling.
Yes. I've got my own office. All right. Let's bring some services online. Taurus Commander access, current activity, default. That is definitely not right. Yeah, something's not kosher there. I'm not going to mess with that too much more.
But
The balance transfer.
what is wrong with it?
Game was letting me transfer way more money than I have.
Oh,
So my current balance is 4.8. So And it thinks the carrier balance is 10.5 billion, which is more than I had when I bought the fucking carrier.
Right.
I plan on putting at least $1 billion into the carrier once whatever's going on there straightens itself out. Hey, babe.
Yes, Mom.
You back?
Yes.
You want to come pick some customization-y things?
Give me just a sec to finish up laundry.
To finish up laundry, you say?
Yes, finish up laundry.
Ah, yes, the small one has adult things to do.
Yeah, she's adulting. I wonder if I exit the menu and come back in real quick if it'll fix whatever's going on with that credit balance. Because I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable.
If you log off the carrier when it's getting ready to jump, and you log back in after it's jumped, do you still show up on the carrier?
You should. That's how people travel around in carriers.
What, make it jump, then log off, and log back in?
Oh no! I mean, like if you log off, like you'll be where you were in the carrier. Like how people will ride them to Colonia.
I see what you mean.
You know, something's not right with that balance. I don't. The balance can't be correct. The balance was. Yeah, but I said the carrier balance cannot be correct. It's more money than I had when I bought the thing.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Okay, we have 5 minutes till jumps initiate, so we're gonna. All right, babe.
I'm here. So is Chester.
So, gonna help me pick out some stuff for the carrier. Which layout do you like better?
I like the. Let's see. I like the Fortune class carrier.
Okay.
I once worked with a dude named Fortune.
Okay, you like the Fortune class. All right. Are you missing? Maybe I'm missing some zeros. My brain is a little fried after this last month of Elite. All right, let's go to. Oh God. You have a paint job you like, babe?
Oh. What do you. Oh, pause. Go back up, please. What? Stop. I can't see the name of it. Fleet Carrier Color 05?
5 right here.
Yeah.
It's a purple. It's purple, isn't
It's not purple. I don't like it. I'm gonna put the Nix on that one.
Okay.
it?
She gets to decide things within reason.
I mean, you get the final say. I just give you my opinions. Oh, looks like African. That one looks like Christmas. What about the 08?
08. That's not bad.
It kind of reminds me of R2D2 coloring.
It is like R2D2. We can do 08.
And the back. Yeah.
All right, now detailing. So keep in mind that it's gonna look that way. So what color? Like the drive? Like I like the cyan.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, that one. Would it show up though?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Those are the engines. They're massive.
Okay. I'll trust you.
Okay,
I
so
would
you
say
like
either
that?
that one or with the paint colors that you're putting together, maybe the blue.
See, that's what it would look like.
Right.
I like that. We'll do that.
We'll do that.
Now,
Boy.
2 minutes till departure. Now, what I will do is we'll do the detailing. For the detailing, we'll do the... How about we do the hollow markers in blue?
Okay.
And then for ATC...
You should add a different color in there.
what do you mean?
Oh, I don't know.
All right. I think Yumi was the one I had picked a while back. Yep, Yumi's who we're doing. All right. Cool. Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. Is that all?
That was all.
I can do that. Are you a good boy? You good boy. Yes, you are. I love you. Okay.
All right. Since we have a minute, let's go check on... Oh, no, wait. We're stuck in our seat. Never mind, because we are securing for departure. Apparently, you guys could come sit on the command deck with me if we were in the wing, Chunk.
Nice. Chunk is dum-dum today. Came to Orison to sell the RMC and construction materials from that prospector I salvaged. Went all the way to the mall to the TD to sell it and realized I left it sitting on the elevator without putting the elevator down.
Oh, Chunk.
Now I get to ride all the way back to the spaceport, go back into the hangar, and put the elevator down.
I'm going to turn the
It'd be
game
really
audio
cool if these
up
platforms
just a
on
little bit.
Crusader had landing pads. Or well, if they had landing pads that we could use.
Right.
Like they all have landing pads, all the buildings have them on the rooftops. If they ever bring Siege of Orison back, you'll get to see it. I hope they really do. I hope they didn't decide that was going to be a one-time thing.
All right, here we go.
Attention. Counting down to June. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here we are. That was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go check and see if I am just an idiot and that's 10 million, not. Because we all know that bot sucks with numbers.
I didn't even bother to really look at it myself.
Yeah, it is. Deposit. There really needs to be a way to enter a number here.
Can you not just click in the box and type?
Oh, I can. Never mind. Let's see. I want to leave. There we go. Now, we can activate some carrier services. Now, it has to be an administration facility to install that stuff. That's fine. But, yeah. At least now we have the ship. And I could do one thing I actually really wanted to do with it. I love that I have my own captain's quarters. Or office. Yeah, this is very cool.
How big is the actual internal layout of the ship?
Well, it gets pretty decent when I have all these doors off to the side are services that aren't installed. So it's not huge, but maybe a little bit smaller than one of the small starports.
Yeah.
So oh, the one thing I did forget to check on was cosmetics. Which I don't know why I went back up the elevator. I could probably do that from the fucking carrier management menu in the ship. But you know what? Bot brain. Yeah, there it is. If that stuff is populated by now. It has. Well, the other, there it is. Fortune class. Oh, I could change the concourse theme. I kind of like that.
Oh, that's nice. The nice light colors.
Mm-hmm. Did that all save? Yes, it did. Okay, so I can't change the carrier ID. That's a shame, because it'll be the one ship I have that doesn't fit my themes.
Ah.
It actually annoys me way more than I thought it would. Now, the last thing I'm going to do today, guys, is transfer my entire fleet to this ship. Because we're in the same system as our home base, so this will cost me nothing. Then we're going to bookmark... Hadris is reading my mind. Then we're going to bookmark the carrier and we'll be done.
Then you don't have to hunt for the carrier again if you lose it.
Alright. The one thing is, if we do play some more multiplayer with everybody, this will make getting places a whole lot easier, because everybody's got such radically different jump ranges. It's like, just get on the carrier and we'll go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wiggy Smoke. Alright. Everything is being transferred to the ship. I want to take off real quick and just have a look. Ah, it's nice. I already know exactly where this ship is moving to tonight once everything's finished, too.
Where will that be, sir?
It'll be moving to the same system as Trailblazer Song is located in.
Okay.
Because that's a colony... colony ship that I can use to stuff this thing full of, God, my brain is not functioning. Station building materials. Yep. We has carrier.
Docking request accepted. Maintain an appropriate speed during approach.
Well, thank you guys for hanging on with the ride for the last few weeks on this. Gonna continue to do some Elite and some Star Citizen. So we'll be back tomorrow. No, it's not accepted delivery yet. I'm gonna not worry with that. So we'll be back tomorrow. Looney, we gonna be able to do Star Citizen during the week, or that gonna have to wait a little while?
Let me look at my schedule real quick. Definitely the weekend will be available, of course, because I'm available every weekend.
Well, yeah, but we're leaving this weekend.
Wednesday's looking pretty decent, maybe Tuesday.
Right. We're leaving this weekend, remember? Spring break.
I did not know that, no.
Yeah, it's literally this weekend. So... So, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for... Water. Where's my water? Ah. Thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you tomorrow. 7 Commanders.